Hi there, everybody. Jason here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Back here with Extra Life Game Day 2019. Yeah, looks like my internet connection kind of crapped out there for about a minute, but yeah, looks like I'm back up now. So yeah, just 17 minutes into my 12-hour-ish stream today, and I get kicked off. Okay, not a good sign, but hey, the hamster is back on the wheel, so let's keep right on playing. So again, if you want to donate to my Extra Life campaign, you can just follow the links below and help support the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital. Ah, there you are. I was hoping you returned so I could properly express my gratitude. You'd be happy to know, as I would, that my man has safely returned to the Imperative. Those Amaro can be stubborn brutes at times, but times like this make a man appreciate what loyal companions they truly are. I'd say this one's earned himself some extra feed for dinner today. Woohoo! One more ether current. Oh, yeah, one more, and then I can fly through Lakeland. Okay. Okay, I'll cash in another quest while I'm here. The Lake Anemone seeds to Aliskar. And 148.6 yards up. Oh man, I've got a sinking feeling he's all the way up there. Oh well, might as well ride in style. Oh, this is high up. Oh, this is really high. And narrow. I take it you have done as I asked? Yep, here you go. Lake Anemone seeds. Lake Anemone seeds are one of Lakeland's lesser-known exports, largely due to the fact that collecting them is an unpleasant and perilous task. Yeah, well, that's why you got guys like me. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Yes, these should suffice. Of course, I do not wish to grow my own lake anemones. Heavens forbid. I plan to extract the oil for some improvements I have in mind for the telescope. Back there. Magnificent, is it not? It was constructed before the flood and was originally used to observe celestial bodies. As you may well imagine, a sky inundated with light is not conducive to stargazing, and the telescope was pointed downwards to watch for the arrival of approaching sin-eaters instead. The return of darkness to the land stirred in me the desire to research the movements of various constellations, though the years spent in this lowered position have rendered the mounting stiff, movable in fact. Hence my need for anemone seed oil. With the liberal application, I will have the telescope aimed skyward so that I may bask in the glory of the heavens. Hey, can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Nope, can't jump that high. Okay, where to next? Well, guess we're heading back down. I can't wait to get that last ether current, because then I could just take a lover's leap off this tower, then safely fly away. Whee! Yeah, let's go and advance this quest instead. Yeah, that's it. Just ignore me. Okay, this quest is an unreasonable request. Deliver the spy order to mines. Okay? Must be up there. Okay, hang on, gotta repair my gear. It all got dinged up when I got kicked out. Here you are. Well met, traveler. What brings you to our outpost this day? I got your supply order here. A piece of parchment detailing an extensive array of building materials and other supplies needed at the Ostal Imperative. Yeah, I need this order filled. A supply order from Tiana at the Ostal Imperative? But why, pray tell, are you delivering this and not one of our own men? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. Mistaken for a new recruit, you say? You really should make a point to clarify the situation next. You really should make a point to clarify the situation next time. Not that I don't appreciate your service, of course, but Tiana has a reputation for running roughshod over everyone that she can. While I am loath to impose upon you further, if you'll be returning to the Imperative regardless, I was hoping I might trouble you to deliver the supplies Tiana has requested. I'm afraid the recent Sin Eater attacks have left us rather short-handed. It will take just a short while to prepare the materials for delivery. You should make yourself comfortable while you wait. Not that there's much in the way of entertainment here. It is a military outpost, after all. Perhaps you might converse with the soldiers. Be sure to raise their spirits, and you might just glean some useful information out of them. Sure, I'll rally the troops. Okay, it looks like one of them is up here. Hey there, friend. Say, have you ever wondered how Radiska's Round got its name? Wait, don't answer that. I've a mind to tell you anyway. Radiska was a guardsman in the early days, one of our best and bravest, as the records tell. They say he gave his life holding off a horde of Sin Eaters just long enough for a group of refugees to flee to safety. The body of this hero was discovered right here at this tower, and ever since then it's been named in his honor. Makes a man proud to serve, I say. You can see from quite a ways up here. I've kept it to see if I can bounce off the awnings there. A traveler? Ha! You're an odd one to pick this place for a leisurely excursion. Me, I can think of 100 places I'd rather be. But since you were kind enough to grace us with your company, why don't I tell you a bit about this place? Radiska's Round was built on the ruins of an old belfry. For peaceful days, its clarion call would ring out through Lakeland to announce the time of day. Since the flood, however, the bell serves a purpose far more grim, to warn the residents of Lakeland of Sin Eater attacks. Oh, would that day return when its ring again brings only joy and not fear. Oh there, stranger. You don't get many travelers in these parts. What do you think of the round? She's an odd one as forts go, wouldn't you say? Truth is, what you see today is actually the ruins of a larger structure built over a century ago. We took over what was left and converted it into a lookout tower of sorts to serve us in our struggle against the Sin Eaters. Seeing as how it stands at a major fork in the high road, the location's rather ideal, you see. We can see threats coming in from miles away and send out patrols to deal with them before they get too close. Of course, it gets kind of lonely all the way out here, but what can you do? Ah, there you are, friend. Have a man of anything of interest to say? In any event, I hope your stay here was not overly tiresome. I'm pleased to inform you that the materials have been packed up and are ready for delivery. Before that, though, please allow me to compensate you for your service. Free bird! Alright, ether current attunement complete. Alright, now I can fly. You've got the catch! You've got the power! I trust you're ready to depart? My man Roy Patch is ready the supplies for delivery to the Imperative, though pray speak with them before you take to the road. And you have my gratitude. This looks like supplies are here. Oh, hello there. I take it you're the good-natured dupe, that kindly traveler who's agreed to lug this hefty crate of supplies all the way to the bleeding hostile Imperative. Well, here are the goods. Just aside, you do us a great service. We were fortunate when a merchant caravan en route to Amarang decided to sojourn here at the Round for a spell. We were able to restock all manners of supplies we've been short on for months. That's how the supply chain works in these parts. Caravans pass through, bound for far-flung locales. We restock supplies as best we can, and we ship them out to outposts across Lakeland. Of course, we don't always have free hands to make deliveries. That's why I'm much obliged to the kindness of strangers like yourself. Anyhow, we'll keep you any longer. Be safe on the road, friend. Roads? Where I'm going, I don't need roads. Forged a bit of timing there with that quest text. Ah, you're back, Greenhorn. What's that you have with you? Supply crate, a large box containing building materials and other essential supplies bound for the hostile Imperative. And here you go. A fresh crate of supplies! Perhaps they're not so useless after all. Actually, I have an apology to make. While you were away, my commanding officer informed me that not only are you not a greenhorn, you're not even a member of the Guard. I suppose I should have been able to tell by your unconventional garb. Anyhow, rest assured that I got a good tongue lashing for my presumptuousness. I won't let it happen again. That said, I am most grateful for your service. You're a damn sight more useful than half the men here. Perhaps you consider joining us someday? In the meantime, I'm instructed to pass along your ward. Don't be a stranger now. Oh, got a gold ring coffer. Okay, open it up. Got a Spore Ring of Slaying. Ooh, level 395 ring. Okay, where to next? Let's see. Yeah, of course, now that I can fly, it'll allow me much easier to complete all this stuff, so... Now let's go this way, and try to take out that petty larcener again. He's after the stash! Get him! Yeah, didn't even... Oh. You'll pay for that! Don't! Bam! Seems to be the stockpile of weapons that Leffenmeyer was looking for. Okay, I'll just grab gear. And let's get out of here before some of his friends come along. Hang on, just wanna double check something here. And yeah, there's no materia attached to that ring. Okay, personally, I actually find materia to actually a bit of a crutch, but I'll use it if I got them. So what do you brought me? Here you go, the pilfered weapon. One piece taken from a stockpile that could have found its way out of the hostile imperative any number of ways. So that's what happened. Markings on the hill indicate the unit it belonged to. In this case, the rightful owner was part of a patrol that was attacked by Sin Eaters some time ago. They were able to recover their bodies. Their weapons had already been taken. Gear like this would fetch a high price, but the fact that the looters kept it for themselves worries me. Whatever they were planning, it seems you're able to put a stop to it. Gods, as if we don't already have enough to contend with. Well, thanks to you, the rest of them will think twice before they try looting anything from us again. Yeah, well, that's my job. I'm an adventurer. I right wrongs and daring deeds of daring do. Okay. Okay, so one more quest here, so... Glorious Bath Stewards. I've said before on prior Final Fantasy XIV streams that I like all the puns and pop culture references that they put into the flavor text. But fortunately, they limit it to only stuff that you, the player, would see or read, and not stuff that you, the character, would see, hear, or say. So Luke sent you, did he? That cheeky beggar. He's probably hoping I'll give him a special discount next time he's here. Mind you, things haven't been going so well lately. There's a couple of thugs who've been scaring off the other patrons. While they always pay the amount due, they swagger about like they own the place. Wish I had it in me to stand up to them, but I've never been one for confrontations. Say, if you're acquaintance of Sue Luke's, you may have seen your share of danger. I'll bet you face things a lot scarier than those two louts. Once you get on their good side with some complimentary mulled wine, I'm sure they'll be more willing to listen. If you could get them to take their custom elsewhere, I'd be ever so grateful. Okay, so guess I'm delivering some of this wine to a couple of ne'er-do-wells. Oh, this place must be a hot springs of some kind. Come to scrub my back, have you? Yeah. According to some patrons, it's the only mulled wine available at Clearmelt, making the finest by default. Here, on the house. Mulled wine, eh? Don't mind if I do. Hold on, you're not from around here. Did the little strumpet send you to sort us out? Alright, mate, I'm not here to cause a scene. It's not unless the boss says so. I don't recognize you. What do you want? Here, have some wine. On the house. On the house? You're up to something, I could tell, but I'll take your damn wine all the same. Don't know why you even bother coming here anyway. These days it's full of do-gooders from the Crystarium looking down their notices at us locals. But if that last wants us to pipe down for the sake of the ones born bred in Lakeland, I suppose I can manage that. They're not to blame for putting me in a foul mood. Alright, I'll shut up and drink my wine. They quieted down, you say? I was hoping they'd leave altogether, but it's still a lot better than all that swearing and carrying on they were doing before. I do hope they haven't given you a poor impression of the place, though. Our other guests are much less boisterous, and I expect they're thankful as I am for your calming influence. Mind you, I won't always have you to help, so perhaps you can ask Sue Luke to send a few more of the Crystarium guards? I'll see what I can do. Whoa! Fancy flying. What's that? Trouble, you say? My, that will never do. I'll see if we can spare a few more men to watch over Clearmelt. I imagine they'll leap at the chance. I fear, however, that I owe you an apology. If I hadn't suggested that you pay the place a visit, you would have never been involved in that unpleasantness. Here, please accept this as thanks for helping Bustaby. Ooh, neat gold bracelet. Okay, and his born bracelet of slaying. Equip. Alright. Level 395 gear. Okay. Okay, yep, and this one's got some materia, so I'll pull it out. Yeah, one of the things that I read that I'm liking so far with Shadowbringers is that with all of these quest synced, with all these level synced quests that you can go on, about how it gives you level appropriate gear, so that way you can get good gear, get it fast. Let's see. Wonder if I should take on the next story mission. Yeah, well, that was the plan, so just up ahead. Okay, but before I take the next story mission, this is a very good time for a station break. You're watching me play Final Fantasy XIV as part of Extra Life 2019. Extra Life is a 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. You want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and then start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers that all go towards your local children's hospital. I've been playing part of Extra Life now for 7 years, and I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital right here in Calgary that helps out over 100,000 sick and injured children every year. And then all those pledges let you play games and heal kids. And today is the big day, November 2nd. Or it could be whatever day that you want. If today's no good for you, well, the fundraising continues right up until the end of the year. So you can pick whatever day that you want. You can play whenever you like, whatever you like, wherever you like, as long as you like, stream if you like, it's all good, because you will be playing games to heal kids. And today we hope to break some numbers. Last year in 2018, over 50,000 participants in 107 countries helped over 10 million kids at 170 children's hospitals across Canada and the United States by raising over $13.48 million. So, if you would like to sign up for Extra Life and join the fun, go to www.extra-life.org. Or if you want to help me in my efforts to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, you can donate on the links below. In fact, here, let me see. Let me do a quick check of the tweeters, so that I can just see if there's any updates on the Extra Life side. Just see maybe if there's some more information there. Yeah, hang on. This should only just take a quick second. Okay, yeah, looks like that. Yeah, okay, looks like, according to something here on the Extra Life Twitter at Extra Life 4 Kids, that's number 4. Yeah, so it looks like that they're having looks like they're still having website and fundraising phase problems, and they said that they are working on it. So, yeah, internet, what can you do? Okay, be right back in a second. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, just had to take care of a little bit of administrative stuff right there. Okay, yeah, I was just taking just a quick look on the official Extra Life Twitch page. Yeah, it looks like we're still at a little over $8 million raised so far this year. But yeah, I'm thinking that when all the kinks are worked out with the website, that should start shooting up really fast. Oh, looks like some glamour items are available. Some Crystarium items. With the operation fast approaching, Lita means to put you to work. Oh! Oh, that looks nice. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Oh, sorry about that. Had my mic killed for a second there. Okay, so let's see. So what I've got to do is that... Okay, for the operation, it appears the Amro must be given the self-same serum that you were compelled to take. In order to encourage the beasts to cooperate, the foul concoction has been sprinkled on their fodder. All that remains is to see them fed. Lena bids you assist this task and directs you to fetch the fodder from the Amro launch. Okay. And it's just right over there. There it is. This ain't gonna be pleasant. Now I gotta feed the stuff to him. Amro fodder doused with the serum Prince's Kiss. Queek, queek, queek! The Amro happily devours the fodder. Okay, where's the next one? Ah, you're up here. Okay. Here you go, buddy. Eat up. Quee? Quee. The Amaro absent-mindedly munches on the fodder. Here you go. Queek, 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 queek. The Amaro is wary at first, but appetite eventually wins out and accepts the fodder. Almost pointless to mount my chocobo for such a short hop. And last one. We? The arrow reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. Job's done. The Amaro are fed? They're fed. Good. The rest have already been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of the preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment at the main watchtower. I'll send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. I'm just glad I don't have to climb this tower anymore. Okay. Looks like an instance mission is coming up. Operation about to commence. Stand ready. The operations of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Let's head on in.
Keep moving. What now?
Oh, I've got Game of Thrones finale vibes here.
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
You're gonna be... Sound the alarm!
Night night.
Captain, the powder has taken effect. It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Oh, got somebody on Mixer said, yep, magic pixie dust for the win. Yep, couldn't be more right. And if all this mission is just going around spraying everyone with pixie dust, it should be pretty easy. First contingent has already entered. Let us follow.
For the Crystarium!
Just some of them didn't have any of the magical nightlight dust. Need a target. Need a target. Need a target. Oh, there you are. I'm coming.
On guard.
Take out the healer. All right, your healer's down. So what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Bam! We don't have time. Leave it to the guard. Or may boast the world's largest army. But woman for woman, we are no less mighty. Intruders! Okay, it looks like there's no healers among this group, so let's just wail on them.
Let's go!
This one looks like a tough one. You said you can fight. Push them back.
You're not alone.
Bam! Let's see if you're getting anywhere. Turn, Lita, go ahead. We'll hold them here. Understood. Good me, John. Bam! Way's relatively clear. Let's go. If you want some, here's some. There she is. Let's take off these bindings. Smashy, smashy, smashy. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specification as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Now it's a getaway. Let's rejoin the others and quit this place. All this trouble because of me. I'm so sorry. Save your apologies until after we've escaped. It's quiet. Too quiet. Almost as if a boss battle is coming up. Is it? Ranjit? Oh, this will not end well. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. Yep, I was right. Boss battle. You will return to Yulmore. No, I won't go back to that cell. It's for your own protection. Can't move. We're outmatched. Okay, I think this is a fight I'm supposed to lose. Now it's you and me. Be careful, Jared. Maybe sterner stuff than the rest. Will it be enough? Uh-oh. Got a funny feeling this ain't gonna end well. Heck, the ground is literally lava! Ah, you are no ordinary soldier. Ouch.
Why do you persist in this folly?
Running around. Here we go again. I have your mission now. The game is up.
It's over!
Can't move. Know your folly. Now for the count. Oh no, I can't move. Okay, guess I was just supposed to survive the fight, not finish it.
You, boy. You bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
What's Thancred?
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us. And what if I am? What? Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Oh, neat little trick. Where'd they go? Got your oracle.
Break! Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmor dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the Source to the First? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Hey, wait a minute, what's he doing here?
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Orianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Orianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Yulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish two things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Why is it so many fantasy characters have Scottish accents?
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let's have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I'm not... I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Okay, first time in a new area. I'm here in Ilmek for the first time. This should be a bit to explore. I was worried about the others back in Lakeland, but maybe I should be worried about us. I'm trying my best to remember, but it feels like peering through fog. Fairies, I take it? Ilmig is the fairy kingdom. As one might expect, it's home to the Fae folk. Most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, you can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. So it is fairies. Okay, so let's start exploring Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom. Thancred is trying to think out his way out of our present predicament. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. According to the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village. Leidra Loran. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Come, I have a sneaky suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, I should have mentioned that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Okay. Any ether nodes around here? Oh, looks like there's actually one nearby, right to the east. Might as well collect them while I'm here. Oh, you all saw that, chat. He jumped me. Okay, 81 yalms to the northeast. Okay, so I'll bet it's just right up there. There it is. Okay, let's see. How many ether currents are we looking at here at Ilmig? Okay, okay, same amount that I had back in Lakeland. Okay, here's the nearest one. Ooh, far away. Okay, this flower basket means business. I just wanted to take a picture, buddy. Heck. Okay, don't take pictures of the flowers. Gotcha. Oh, lots of people here today. The stone bears a striking resemblance to an amaro. Closer inspection, the stone appears to be a large horn. Perhaps if we were to blow into one of the holes, it would summon an amaro, though it may be prudent to leave a rental fee just in case. Oh, it's Dumbo! Hi, Dumbo! Hi, Dumbo! Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, which in case, there's a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furrowed tip. Looking Glass is its name, so called because it used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all this later, but first I need you to help me find some. But when a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You only subject yourself to further mischief. Aost. Let's attune to the Aetheryte before I go. My home point, and off we go. Let's see. Search for a looking glass. Grass. There's not a soul in sight, yet I feel eyes all over us. The sense of disorientation is quite overwhelming. I cannot take a dozen steps without forgetting whence we came. To scrub, but find nothing resembling looking grass. Finally, a voice rings out. What is that you see, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. Oh, no. Do not respond. I'm such a rude child and too clever by half. I shall seek my fun elsewhere. Scrub, a voice rings out. Ooh, a visitor! Where are you from, pray tell? Don't answer. Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. Ahem! What brings you here? Not answer? Ah, stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Hee hee, stay a while. Stay forever! Body feels heavy. Oh. My will is not entirely my own now. I'm moving so slow. Think you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Possess a feral tip, this peculiar plant can apparently be used to see hidden pixies. Yes, I did. Yes, this is the stuff. This arm should be able to see through the pixie's veil of visibility. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put your arms these little tricks to use.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
No! We're found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before. Look! Twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Lee, with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Elmeg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we?
Should we? Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger, Pixie's honor.
Right now, that honor doesn't carry
there you have
much.
it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Okay, so before I do that, let's check out the chest gear that I've got. Deep gold surcoat of maiming. Okay. Keep the material before we re-equip. Okay, not too shabby. Okay, so let's see. So, what chores will the pixies have me do? Looks like there's several here. Lots of them that apparently looks like 3 that update the storyline. Well, looks like I've got some fetch quests to do. Aches for your attention. Oh, look at me, I have a task for you. Lidra Land is our beloved village, and we always want it to look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere in the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Okay, it can't be that simple. Oh, mortal, purchase something from my shop. Spend your... what do you mortals trade at these shops of yours anyhow? Shiny rocks or something, I expect? Very well, spend your shiny rocks here. Okay, what shiny rocks do you have to exchange for my shiny rocks? Let's see, looks like... crafting gear. Okay, tell you what, I'll come back later. If the pixies offer you to take you somewhere, take them up on it at your own peril. That's the first thing Urianger taught me. Ooh, you're Urianger's friend. Welcome to our village. Stay a day, or 4, or forevermore. Hi, I have the distinguished duty of guiding stray mortals who have wandered into Ilmeg. Oh yes, I can tell you lots of things. Where to find the sweetest nectar, how to win at reed boat racing, the best places to hide, and so on and so forth. Though we mortals only ever seem to ask for the way out of our realm. We give the answer? Of course, but whether it's the right answer is another question. This is Lidra Land, the village where we pixies live. It was actually built by mortals a long, long time ago, but they've all fled somewhere. Though we have to be on guard for sin eaters and other nasty beasts, we gotta be happier here amidst the flowers and the fields. Oh, and in case we get new playmates from outside. In case you didn't know, Ilmeg means the Kingdom of Rainbows. Why? Because if you look down from above, you'll see a dazzling flurry of colors. It's just a shame there's only ever that boring, blazing sky hanging over our heads. Okay, guess with the first seed I gotta plant, guess I gotta gotta do it up here. Yep, this is the place. Seeds grow into enchanted grass that, true to its name, produces ever-blooming flowers. Ooh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps there'll be pretty curtains out of them. I think I'll try to keep this simple and just do one at a time. There's the next one. Create a jumping puzzle. Plant some more seeds. I'll talk to you later. I was asked to retrieve a garland from a tree branch. The wind blew it there, the pixie claimed. Questionable permanence aside, the dragoon's jump would have been useful for this task. So I'm supposed to bring them a plank of wood. There's no wood grain. Ha 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 ha. What's going on back there? Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Bowbird, or Bovert, or some such. But the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here. We've given the old houses our touch. Quite lovely, don't you think? Maybe that's a hunting party forming back there. You're done sowing the seeds? Thank you. This should help lead our land live up to its name, which means Flower House, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It's beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fey folk, we decided to make it our new home. This land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it could be yours too, forever and ever and ever. Okay, I'll just take the leg gear. Retrieve the materia while I'm here. Okay, so in that case then, here, let me see, this is actually a good time for a station break. You're watching me play Final Fantasy XIV as part of 100 Days of Gaming. 100 Days of Gaming is part of Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon, and that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. If you do want to play in games that heal kids, go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and then start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and coworkers, so you can play games for 24 hours. And today, the big day, is November 2nd. Yes, the day gamers from all over the world are uniting to play games and raise money for children's hospitals across Canada and the United States. I've been part of Extra Life now for 7 years, and I've been helping the Alberta Children's Hospital right here in Calgary that helps out over 100,000 sick and injured children every year. And Extra Life is a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good for the people in your community. Basically, you play games and heal kids. It's that simple. And today we're hoping to break last year's numbers. Last year, in 2018, over 50,000 participants in 107 countries helped over 10 million kids at 170 children's hospitals across Canada and US by raising over $13.48 million. So, if you would like to join the fun today and play games to heal kids, go to www.extra-life.org. Or you can help me in my efforts to help raise money for the Alberta Children's Hospital in the links below. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick break just to take care of some administrative stuff. Yeah, I've got to see a man about a chocobo. And I'll be back momentarily. Back in a flash. Okay, one quick update. So first of all, if you go to an Extra Life page and it says it's been deactivated, that's because that Extra Life is having website issues right now. Donor Drive is working on it, so thanks for your patience. Okay, also, one more bit of information. You need a workaround while the Extra Life site is having a bit of a hissy fit right now. If you have it set up, your Facebook fundraiser will still take donations, then everything will catch up on the main site when the servers clear up. But hopefully it'll be soon. And welcome back, everybody, to Extra Life 2019. This is Jason Montgomery from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And welcome back to Game Day on Extra Life, where we play games for 24 hours to help raise money for children's hospitals across Canada and the United States. Actually looks like that the Extra Life website is actually having a bit of a hissy fit right now, but we're told that everybody is working on it. So just hang on tight. But in the meantime, if you would like a donate, just go to the links below. Okay, yep, just took a quick break, and let's get back to playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. Let's see then. Where should I go to next? Now, I'll do your errand. I'll do your errand next. I'm so hungry that I may faint. Fruit. A little fruit will set me all right. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village, you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens. Okay, Windstorm. Here, have some work your shell greens. Ulsigun thirsts for your kindness. Mortal, mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you need to go to Logbeer Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. But be warned, the Fuaf make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. Okay, looks like those quests are all here in the same area, so good thing I picked up that one when I did. Let's give this tree a good shake. A bug comes tumbling down with the fruit. Oh, of course. Yeah, thought you could fool me, couldn't you? I'll bet another great big bug will fall out of this tree. You're not getting that stuff on me. Oh, there's another ether current around here. Maybe I'll definitely pick it up while I'm here. I'll bet it's that way. I know that if I jump down there, it'll probably kill me, so I'll go the long way. There it is. Oh, looks like this lake was caused by a flood. Okay, 260 kilometers to the west. Okay, looks like that'll be somewhere in there, but I don't have to go there yet, so... Cannonball! Okay, well this is the spot, but I'll bet them tricksy pixies have lined up something. A monster fruit that will jump out. And I was right! Want water? We'll give you a lung full! Okay, now it says give the water to the leaf man. Okay, so... Okay. Pristine water drawn from Long Mirror Lake. Okay, I'll just sprinkle the water. Okay, nothing's happening. Okay, let's just move on. Okay, so it's come to this. Now I'm the gardener, watering the plants. You've given water to our children. Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. fair, it's a very fond of mortals, and it's very sad when we leave, so we simply don't let them. Okay, so this will be a hand item. Okay. I've got materia on here, so I'll take them off while I can. Pretty badass looking bit of plate mail on there. Okay, let's hand in the next quest. I got your fruit. Those darn bugs almost killed me. Ugh, so hungry. Did you get the fruit? The sweet and succulent fruit of the bell tree, favored by pixies. Yeah, I had to kill a bug to get it. Well, thank you so much. You saved me. Yes, you saved me from my boredom. You just need to look in your face when the bugs came down. Teehee. But you've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate them. Sinews are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best avoid them altogether, we say. Okay, looks like there's one more mission there that will advance the story, but I'll do these other miscellaneous stuff beforehand. Okay, I'll earn an earring item and an ether current. Okay. Help me, I beg you. My friend has gone to Prisor Land, a place we're told we must never, ever set foot in. I will give you chase, but I'm scared I'll run into that thing. But you're a big, brave man. You're not scared of such things, are you? So please, find and bring back my friend. Ken Guff is their name, and if you hurry, you might catch them before they get to Prisor Land. Okay, what a quest you got for me. Sweet pixie stares at you hungrily. Mortal, I have needed 2 salmon legs. Will you not hunt the creatures for me? I'm too small and weak to do so myself, but it's bound to be easy for a big, strong mortal such as you. 2 pixie bids? Still very much of a choice. Thank you ever so much. Now you find the Sammys to the southwest of here. Off you go, and happy hunting! Pixie Flower Queen is seething with fury. Grr! I am so flapping mad right now! Some wicked mortals snuck into Ilbeg and tried to steal our flowers! These illusions to send them on their way, but instead of learning their lesson, they went and poked my friends with gold pointy metal! It's unforgivable! Those brazen wretches must be punished, and you'll come and punish them with me! Good! Now ready to get interesting, let's make this a race. The first one to dole out punishment wins! Villains fled to the southwest. Let's go find them! What's the name? Sigun Ul is looking for fun. Mortals in our village, how exciting! Tell me, what is your name? Jern White Eagle. Jern White Eagle, a lovely name, but our names are lovely too. Yeah, but here's an idea. I want you to go and speak with my fellows. Ask them what their names mean. When you're done, return hither and we'll have some fun. Anek Oin. Anik. Oin! Water and happiness. Happiness in the water. And I'm very happy now. Why? Because you're here. How she play? There's so many ways. Doesn't look like there's anything in there right now. My name is Elila Sul. Separately, the words mean the turn of the seasons and flower. Together they make me a flower that blooms always. Precious, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, the third and last one's over here. Wish to know the meaning of my name? Well, Jewel is you, and Theo is treasure. Together it means a treasure beneath you. Beautiful, even if I do say so myself. Okay, so other quest markers popped up, so I think that means I gotta remember some stuff. I've got a sinking suspicion I should have taken some screenshots. Welcome back! I'll be paying attention to my fellows because I'm going to test you on the meaning of our names. First question, who is a pixie whose name means a treasure beneath the you? Joel Theo. I see. Right, second question. The pixie whose name means a flower that blooms always. Where were they playing? The lake? Huh, 1 out of 2 isn't terrible, I suppose. Right by way of reward, I shall tell you more about our names. See, our names are comprised of special runes of power. They are chosen to represent our nature and the spark of life that abides in us. If I were to name you by our custom, it would be... this is a tough one. Sigun Tyr, or perhaps Old Tyr. You really could go either way. You show the meaning, do you? Ah, boy's the fun in just telling you. You have to find out for yourself. Right, got some new foot armor. Okay, good. I got no material for that. And equip. Okay, so let's see. Let's head this way. $392, creeping up there. Aren't you one of Oriange's friends? Have you business with me? Lad Ken is worried. Well, that's all well and good, but when someone tells me not to do something, it only makes me want to do it more. No one can stop me. Heedless of your warning, Kanguf continues on the direction of Fissor Land. If you find them again, perhaps you can still convince them to turn back. Hey, you little pixie, get back here! In chat mode and say, use your keyboard or software keyboard to enter Ken Gift to call out the willful pixie. King Guff, get your flying pixie butt back here. Squeal, squeal. And you are a beaver-like creature. Squeal, squeal. Though your beaver speak is a bit rusty, the creature appears to want milk. However, you see no signs of Ken Guff. Resign yourself to bearing the bad news back to Lad Ken. Oh, you beaver. Squeal, squeal. Okay, let's see, where's the next ether? The northeast. Okay, I think I'll see if I can pick that up while I'm here. So I don't have to double back or anything. Almost there. Oh, there it is. There's the ether current, so I'll bet I gotta... This one might be a bit of a jumping puzzle. Or not. Kind of hoping that there'd be one of those tourist spot vistas around here, but apparently not. Let's see where the nearest one is. Ooh! 784 yalms to the northwest. That one's a bit of a hike. Okay. Bet I won't encounter that area till later in the mission, so let's carry on. And while I'm riding off to my next quest, again, today is Extra Life 2019 Day. Thousands of gamers from all over the world today are uniting to play games and heal kids. Together, we're all raising money for children's hospitals across Canada and the United States, because Extra Life is the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. So, if you would like to play games and heal kids, you can sign up at www.extra-life.org. And today is the big day, November 2nd, but you can play whatever day that you like if today's no good for you. We're cool like that. And you can also donate at the links below. But unfortunately, I can't tell if the website's still down or anything, so your mileage may vary. Oh yeah, I gotta start wailing on these. One down, two to go. One right over here, so... Stealth attack! Okay, looks like this one, Flowers of Fury, punish wicked mortals. Okay, looks like in order to do that, guess I gotta they're up there. I guess I gotta climb up this ridge here. Or hill. Or mountain. Whatever the case may be. Just let me check my gear for a second. Okay, gear's good. There you are. The flowers are gonna make me rich. Piss off or else. Okay. Okay, looks like the second one is in that direction over there. Okay, I'll just sneak around you. Yeah, the ether current is still a bit of a ways off. I'll pass for now. Oh, cat, you saw me. It jumped me. It's them or me. Who are you, the bloody Pixies minion? Get some of this. Take some of that. Take some of that. Take some of this. And take some of that. And some of that. And one more of that. And some of this. Yeah, didn't even break a sweat. Oh, well, that's quite a drop. What? You're done punishing them already? Wow, you're swifter than a salamander. What was this salamander again? At any rate, justice has been served, and I doubt those mortals will try anything again. Come, let's return to the leader of land. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need a minion. To summon a random one. You're back! Where's King Guff? Please tell me King Guff is alright. What? Against your warning, they went to Bristol land where you found only a strange animal. Then the tales were true. Oh, King Guff, why? Why didn't you listen? Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't assume the worst yet. Maybe there's still hope. I just need to stay calm and think things through. Okay, got a new piece of earring gear. Okay, but the earring that I've currently got right now, that's actually a pretty darn good one. Here, let me just do a quick comparison here. Oh, I didn't even open it up. Oh. Okay, turns out that one is better. Let's just do a quick comparison. So, yeah, 390, 395. Yeah, 167. Okay, yep, this one was better. Okay, good. All about the gear. Oh, you're back. Here you go, a Pasamid leg so fresh, it's still kicking. And 2 of them. Oh, you really got the legs. I thought it'd be funny if you came with Pasamid's lunch, but it seems the joke is on me. Well, at least we can feast on Pasamid legs now. Yes, I'll host a high tea, and you're invited too. Now, while I go and let the others know, could you take this golden nectar to Aunt Alla over at the stables? Tell them it's for Pasamid. They'll know what to do. Thanks to you, may you enjoy our beautiful flowers in peace again. But I must say, I'm a little disappointed I lost our little race. I was planning on to turn those thieves into leafmen, and then they could have abused me forever and ever. You should see them again. Tell them to come back. Something sweet this way comes. Here you go, some golden nectar. True to its name, the nectar is a rich golden hue and gives off a seductive sweet scent. Ah, golden nectar, and it's for Samid, you say? Yes, I know precisely what to do. With this and a splash of sheep's milk, we can make honeyed Pasamid one of our favorite treats. We could have it every single day, except Pasamids don't like it much when we try to take their legs. We're not putting our legs torn off instead. To be able to hunt the creatures and not get so much as a scratch on you, you must be really strong. Anyway, I shall set about my preparations. Be sure to pass my thanks to our sweet new friend. For the nectar, did you? My thanks, mortal, and my apologies. I know I invited you to high tea, but I'm worried how Fio might react. Don't feed the mortal! It'll give him an upset tummy! I can already imagine them complaining, and I was so looking forward to showing you the joys of Pasamid legs. Not only are they delicious, but they wriggle inside your mouth. Double the delight. That is unwise to anger the Mad Bloom, it is known. So instead of high tea, please accept this by way of gratitude. Okay, looks like there's one more quest here, so I'll pick this one up. When beavers cry. That thing! You saw it with your own eyes, yes? What did it look like? Well, it looked like a beaver. And the tales are indeed true. It was the giant beaver of legend! Those pixies who encounter it vanish, never to be seen. That's why we are strictly warned against going to Prishore Land. Yet though we know to fear the beaver, we know little and less about it. Whence did it come, and to what end does it make us disappear? The creature is shrouded in mystery. What could possibly be its desire? Well, building dams. It wants milk, you say? That must be the tribute it demands, else more pixies will meet a terrible end. Mortal, as someone who not only understands the beaver, but survived an encounter with it besides, I would ask another favor of you. On the pastures, you'll find a shepherd named Moin Hagan. I want you to go and ask it for milk, and make an offering of it to the beaver. Hopefully this will suffice to appease its hunger for pixies. Okay, so it's come to this. Me, Warrior of Light, Liberator of Eorzea, Savior of Ishgard, Freer of Alamigo, and I'm collecting milk for beavers. Well now, what does a mortal want with me? I was told that you could get me milk? Of course, here's the milk. Incidentally, it's King Guff's favorite thing. Where in the world could they have disappeared to? And I got the sheep's milk. And now, deliver the sheep's milk to the giant beaver. Well, giant by pixie size standards. Whoops. Overshot the beaver. Squeal, squeal! Okay, it seems to be saying, give me milk. Okay, you want milk? I will give you the milk. Fresh and creamy sheep's milk. Freshest and creamiest, if you ask the pixies. Squeal, squeal. It seems to be saying, I love milk. Thank you. Squeal, squeal, squeal. It seems to be saying, I hid a beautiful marble in the stump of a tree by the lake. Let Moin Hagan know that it's theirs. A token of my thanks. Just wanted a screenshot of the giant beaver because I know nobody will ever believe that I actually encountered the giant beaver and lived to tell the tale. Pixar, it didn't happen. Oh, it's you again. What is it? Truly? Huzzah! Huzzah! I've always on a marble. I'll go collect it at once. And they fly off happily. Buttons, jump! Welcome back. So, how did you fare? The beaver got his milk. What? No, this can't be happening. I'm sorry, it's not your fault. You did as I asked, and for that you have my thanks. Just Okay, this pixie's up to something. And then there were none. No. This is not the time for tears. If we hurry, we might still prevent the unthinkable from coming to pass. You see, the marble, it was King Guff's treasure, and Uin Hagan had always wanted one like it. Now, Uin Hagan went to collect the marble near the lake, yes? I'll give chase and try to find them. Meanwhile, I need you to return to Prisher Land and see if there's any change with the beaver. Afterwards, let's meet at the stables yonder. Now I gotta go back and try to talk to the beavers again. Oh, looks like there's a fate here. I want some of this action. Some of this. And some of this. And some of this. How about some of this? How about some of this? Okay, looks like that one ran away. Windstorm, where have you gotten to? Man, they just keep on coming. See what happened, Windstorm? You ran off to go fight the monsters all by yourself, and now you're knocked out. Okay, who else wants some? Now I hope you learned your lesson. Oh no, not just one, but 2 giant beavers. I don't know if I can take on 2. Squeal, squeal. Seems to be saying the marble is pretty, thank you. Squeal, squeal. Seems to be saying, I love milk, thank you. Oh, I gotta head all the way back. I just hope the reward at the end of this quest chain is worth it. Try as I might, I couldn't find Uin Hagan. What of the beaver? What? Uin Hagan too? It's my fault. It's not my fault. No, it's the beaver that's to blame. It's that accursed creature's doing. I'm gonna teach it a lesson it'll never forget. He flies up in the direction of Fisher Land. Can't help but have a bad feeling about this. Chat mode, use keyboard software cue to allow Ken to call the enraged pixie. Okay, here we go again. Oh no! 3 giant beavers! Oh. Oh man, I think I need to party up for this one. There is no way I could take on 3 giant beavers all at once. Lad King, get out here! Squeal, squeal, squeal! He's saying, I found my friends, thank you. Seek out D. Yeast. They will give you a reward in my stead. Squeal, squeal. If D. Yeast proves uncooperative, however, tell them I've hidden my lovely pair of shoes inside the roof. So it's come to this. I'm now a messenger relaying messages between pixies and beavers. That's the gig economy for you. You want to play, do you? Actually, I got a message from a beaver. Is that so? Well, it's got naught to do with me. I don't owe you anything. For a reward, you must play with me first. It's only fair. Let's see now. Yes, a couple of years ought to do it. I ain't taking none of this crap. Truly? Oh, those shoes are the loveliest. When I came flaunted them, it made me so jealous. I think they'll be mine now. Here's a little something by way of thanks. With that, I'm off to collect my shoes. Tee hee. Okay, that must be it for now, but I'm thinking maybe this quest chain involving the giant beavers might continue on later on in the game, or maybe with a later patch. But in any case, all the quests in this area had all been cleared out except for the main story one. Okay, but anyway, this looks like this is actually a good time for a station break. Right, so you're watching me play Final Fantasy XIV as part of Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. If you want to play games and heal kids, go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and then start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers that all go toward your local children's hospital as they help and heal sick and injured children. I've been part of Extra Life now for 7 years, and I play games to help raise money for the Alberta Children's Hospital right here in Calgary that helps out over 100,000 sick and injured children every year. And so far this year, X-Life has raised well over $61,000 for the Alberta Children's Hospital, so thank you very much. And that means that today you get to play games for 24 hours straight, or whatever day works for you if today's no good for you, or however is long for you if 24 hours is no good for you. Me, I'm going for 12 hours today, 12 hours tomorrow. So that's how I roll. But we are working to try to make more record and have another record-setting year. Last year in 2018, over 50,000 participants in 107 countries helped over 10 million kids at 170 children's hospitals across Canada and US by raising over $13.48 million. So there's still lots of time left to join the fun, because the fundraising continues until the end of the year. So if you would like to sign up for Extra Life to play games and heal kids, go to www.extra-life.org. Okay, just gonna take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Hey everybody, Jason here from Calgary, Canada, back with Extra Life 2019. Extra Life is a 24-hour gaming marathon for the Children's Miracle Network, and today gamers from all over the world are playing games to heal kids by playing games for 24 hours to raise money for their local children's hospitals. So I'm playing games for the Alberta Children's Hospital, so if you'd like to help me out, just go to the links below. But unfortunately, it looks like that the website is still having a bit of a hissy fit right now, so don't worry, they have top men working on it. Top men. Okay, so let's get back into Final Fantasy XIV. Okay, let's see. So again, all this stuff has all been cleared out. But in that case, let's see. I'm thinking that first I will actually do this mission first, because I know it's part of the quest, rather it's part of the role quests that were introduced in Heaven's Word. So I will actually go and do this one right now before moving on with the storyline. And frankly, these pixies are getting a little bit annoying, so... Okay, yep, just double checking my notes and everything here. Okay, let me just check out where he is. Engine to defeat. Yeah, he's over there that way. Okay, let's... Everybody somewhere in there that I can't get to there anyway, so... Oh, whoop, nope, just let me go. Not worth it. This is certainly the place. I gather those bones once belonged to dear Samuel, but I see no troublesome arachnid. Okay. It being a rather large desert, I consider hiring a few trackers to hasten our search, but I've yet to spy a place where such individuals might congregate. Pity. Nothing for it but to roll up our proverbial sleeves and do the dirty work ourselves. We shall split up and search the sands for the Sin-Eater spider. Whoever finds it first may have the honor of slaying it themselves. And should we not find it, well, after we both search for a suitable length of time, I say we meet back here. The hunt begin! Let's just double check what I'm supposed to do. The search for the cardinal virtue, Andrea, has begun, and Luik's hirelings have already caught wind of news that may lead you to your prize more quickly than anticipated. Apparently, the fallen hunter was spotted on Amarang in the vicinity of Samuel's backbone and is said to be responsible for transforming a vicious spider into a rather more troublesome sin-eater. Perhaps by pursuing this newborn, you may ascertain the whereabouts of its creator. Let's see. So. Okay, it looks like it'll be... Looks like it'll be somewhere in this region. This spot looks important. surrounding sands, but find no trace of the spider you seek. Sneaking past the monsters. Oh man, that guy. Man, that guy is big. Okay, I'll grab this ether current while I'm here. That's be another blasted. Oh. I'm telling you though, getting to some of those ether currents in Heavenward was just a real chore sometimes. Some of them were really nasty jumping puzzles. They're all mine. Yeah, take that. Okay, so we got a Sin Eater, but I don't think it was the one we were looking for. Is there a fate there? Don't see any player characters in there, so... Sorry, buddy, you're on your own. Let's see. Is Lurik on his way? Where could he have gone to? Is that one of the Warriors of Darkness? Time for an echo. There she is, the Scourge of Norvrent, the Devourer of Souls, Balam Quits. We bring this mark down, they'll be singing ballads about us until the end of time. Never mind the king's bounty. Hells, we could buy ourselves a couple of castles apiece. Flanking maneuver, as discussed. Wait for my signal, then we'll strike as one. Kind of looks like a Corel. Man, it's a big one. Damn it, she's onto us. Don't panic, we plan for this. We'll act as decoys while Renda Ray brings her down. Go, go, go! Wait, not yet! There's no need to rush this! Sod it. Always so headstrong. Bugger me, my head! I can't! I've got a sinky feeling I gotta slay that beast when this quest chain's over. No, no! Come back here! Finish it, you bloody bastard! Finish me! I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I will not let it end like this, I promise. I'll kill that goddamn beast if it's the last thing I do. Huh? Where'd she go? Hey, what was that just now? I've had headaches before, but the way you were thrashing about wasn't like anything I've ever felt. Long story, long story, long story, long story, long story. Long story, long story, exposition, long story. By the gods! I thought we were lucky just to catch a glimpse of Andrea. But you're telling me you were also granted a vision of her past with this power of yours? Though, 2 warriors killed while hunting a greenhorn beast. A beast their surviving companion vows to slay in revenge. I've heard this tale before. I know it. It's a common enough tale, I suppose. And regardless, she's gone. Come, let's return to the Crystarium and celebrate your accomplishment. Yeah, I'll head back to the Crystarium, get my gear fixed, fix the materia, and let's just take care of some stuff while I'm here. I've never actually seen one of those frog outfits in person yet. Hello, my good sir. I would like to do some melding, please. Yeah, the Heaven's Eye materia, I think that mine might be a bit too low for my liking, so... I'm just affixing whichever ones will actually give me a boost. Okay, and I've got that level 1. I think that's a bit too low for me, so... I'll sell that one. Oh, my adorable sapling, you have need of Clyde, yes? But sing the word and let your beautiful branch do only what they can. Yeah, Clyde, my retainer, holds on to all of my outdoor furniture items since I don't have any house, since I don't own a house yet, so instead entrusted to him. And I will have Maven sell this side materia. Let's see, what's the heaven side material going for these days? Oh, going for a nice price. Let's see, 1,800. And thank you very much. Let's see. Maybe I can... See, let me just double check my items here. Oh, a spirit bond. Okay, I can... that. Let's see. Sort. Yeah, just taking care of some stuff to do. Okay. Oh, looks like the spirit bond on this one is actually really close to 97. Rather close to 100%, rather. I will actually equip that right now and just wait until it's good and done. As for that one, 90%. I'll desynth it. Oh yeah, that's a blue item. So yeah, I ain't desynthesizing that. Here. Glad that they redid the whole desynthesis system. Now it always succeeds, but the better you are, the better loot you get. Okay, there we are. I think that's everything that I can do right now. So I will just head right back to the melder. But where's the... There's the mender. I'll just take care of that right now. So I'll fix everything up while I'm here. Very much, my good sir. Move along, lad. Nothing to see here. Fine, I'll take my business elsewhere. Okay, there we go. I'm all materialed up. So let's go chat with Lurik. The table is set, and so I bid you raise a glass of these so that together we may toast your spectacular accomplishment. There's really nothing like quite a hearty meal after job well done. Drink up, my friend, drink up. How'd you feel? I've had a few bottles ready and wait to be opened. Nope. Oh, very well, if you insist. And she drank something right there. I know it's rude to make eating sounds while on mic, but this time it was appropriate. It occurs to me, my good man, that I have yet to ask you your name. So quickly did we forge our friendship that I hardly noticed until now. My name is Jern White Eagle. Jern White Eagle. Reek and Jern. Yes, I rather like the sound of that. Reek and Jern, the daring duo! The brave bounty hunters, the scourge of the Sin Eaters. Once we have slain Andrea, not a soul in Norvat will not know our names. They shall ring out across the realm. But I should dwell over much on the victory before the struggle. A wise hunter is prepared and patient. 'Twould be prudent to send double, nay triple the agents afield to seek out promising new leads. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a gillionaire. Worried about the budget for a brave endeavor? Well, don't be. I'm prepared to fund our activities as needed. No expense shall be spared. None whatsoever. Nothing but the best. Level up! Okay, now that stuff's all taken care of, let's see, what else gotta do. Okay, yeah, since all that stuff is all taken care of, let's return to Pixie Land. Come on, Windstorm. Tancred looks just like you feel. You're doing all this pixie stuff, running around from one end of the map just to come right back to talk to beavers. I oughta. How goes it, Jern? I've been talking to beavers. What do you think? So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, it pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are you supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire about how much there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I doubt they've any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates itself from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However the pixies have come into being, if we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Let's try Feel Ul. What? You knew a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this Feel Ul, if you please. Chat mode say, use your keyboard or software keyboard to enter Feel Ul to summon your pixie at the designated location. Okay, let's type it in. Feel Ul, get your butt out here! A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch. Well, with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I am no sapling. Oh, now I got to say, please, Feel Ul, please, Feel Ul, I need you. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, guess the... is that your idea of a favorite call? It's on a log, do it with more fire. Okay, gotta do it again. Position screen there so I can read it better. Okay, oh loveliest of branches, please grant me succor. Ah, of course it only works when you've got the... Am I mistyping something or something here? Okay, oh loveliest of branches, please grant me your... Am I typing this in right? Oh, misspelled loveliest. Better look like a dork to the other players in the chat channel.
You're late! Late! I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Phil, ooh, the mold Phil. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village. Cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
Are you calling me a hoarder?
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Vernick to you at once.
Oh, that's so much easier on the eyes.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Well, getting tongue lashed by a pixie. Scratch that off the bucket list. Oh yeah, with that spell broken, this area of the game world is now so much easier on the eyes now. Worry not, we should be fine. Go on and find Urianger. Send Urianger my regards. I'm tempted to live somewhere less annoying next time. Ew, oh, Sedley has away with the other pixies. For Alphinaud Alizé's sake, let us be quick. You'll be ashamed to return, only to find that they need to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and a scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. Follow the path north, you should soon find the place. Come along. Okay. So, looks like it's up there. Okay. As I said, just follow the road north. Let's see. Another ether compass is nearby, so I'll just keep my eyes open for that. Okay, I just want to just look around for a bit. As I said when I started the stream earlier today, yeah, this game's engine is knocking on 7 or 8 years old, but man, the developers still know how to make it sing. I'll bet that other ether current is somewhere in this vicinity. Right here. Okay, the next one, way in the northeast. Probably won't be able to get to this area. Let's see how far I'm going. How far I am going. Okay. Okay. Just a little bit of a trek before I get the ball. Ow. I'm actually scared to death of bugs, so I'll steer clear of these ones. Yes, here we are at the Bookman shelves. Oh. I actually thought he'd have to be hanging out at the great big castle over there, but guess it was wrong. It's been quite a while. Hope Oriange as well. And here we are at long last. Oriange's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home. Yeah, this is like a place he'd hang out.
Oriange! Are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon. Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We'll meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Long story, long story, long story, long story.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th umbral calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee.
Okay, this is getting pretty grim.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's a chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, Our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leargear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Okay, it looks like that there's some more quests to obtain. But if you can hang on for a second, I'll just be right back. Hello, everybody. Jason here, back playing games for Extra Life from Calgary. It looks like that we've actually got a bit of an update a couple of minutes ago regarding the status of the website. Looks like this actually came straight from the Team Extra Life headquarters at the Children's Miracle Network in Salt Lake. Yeah, so I guess what I'll do is that I will just actually read out what it displays per verbatim. Hey there, we're so blown away by the inspiring ways the Extra Life community is standing up in support of sick and injured kids across North America. It's no secret that you are all the best dang gaming community to exist on planet Earth. We know it's frustrating that the Extra Life website has been experiencing intermittent issues throughout the day. The truth of the matter is that some people are trying to spoil game day, but we're not going to let them do that. And for that, we are so sorry. You worked hard year-round to make this another record-breaking year, for the kids treated at CMN hospitals, and we'll fight back with an overwhelming avalanche of positivity and patience to still make that a reality. The site will come back up, so please encourage your supporters to revisit often and keep trying. Now, for real-time tech updates, check out our pinned tweet for more up-to-date information. Thank you for sticking with us. You're all remarkable heroes for the kids. Okay, so it looks like that is the current situation regarding the Extra Life website. So yeah, it looks like that some people are trying to. So it looks like some people could be trying to shut us down. But yeah, well, good luck with that. We're not going to do that. Okay, but in any case, we're going to keep on going. But this seems like a good time for me just to take a break anyway. So I will be back in a little while. Yep, it's actually lunchtime, so it's going to take a quick break for that. So I'll just sign off for a little while. I'll be back a little later. Catch you later.